All right, so welcome to Alicia.
Hi.
Hi. Okay,
Thank you for your invitation.
you're welcome.
Thank you.
So Alicia is another student at E03 University of Wrocław. And wait a minute, so you did your BA thesis last year, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, and like Laura, I believe you decided to take the linguistics course?
Yeah, linguistics seminar, that's right.
Right. So did many people choose that particular course, maybe, because there's these other third year BA seminar courses available? Was that a popular one, or was it about average?
Not really. It was not the most popular, but it was not the least popular either. I think the most popular seminars are American literature and translation.
Yeah, I had a feeling translation. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So it was somewhere in the middle. Okay.
Yeah, somewhere in the middle.
And what we've established already on the program a little bit is that they don't just say, "Oh, just go away and do whatever you want," right? You have some kind of, the teacher has a fairly specific topic. And was that the case with you?
It depends on seminar, actually.
Okay.
So because on literature seminars, the topics are very specific sometimes. Like, for example, if you chose the British literature seminar, then you had to write about biographies, which I think is a very specific topic. And for example, I wouldn't be able to, I just wouldn't know what to write about. But in the case of linguistics seminar, you could just write about anything that has to do with language in some way. So yeah, we had a lot of freedom in this.
Oh, that's really good. So let's get into your particular topic. First of all, can you just roughly remember what the title was?
Yes, the topic was the development and socialization of artificial languages, the case study of Elvish. So Sindarin and Quenya, because these are the two most popular languages, Elvish languages, I mean. So I was basically investigating whether people who learn artificial languages also use them in like real life situations, and if they try to develop them.
And do they?
Yes and no. That would be
I think this is it's like yes and no. It seems to be a popular answer with these questions that I ask. But can you give then an example of because I'm just asking because I'm curious, an example of when they do use the languages in real life? Was that part of the study or not? Or
wait a second, I have to think.
Okay, but maybe I was just thinking off the top of my head. They have these. I did a course last year. No, not last year. It was last year. Last semester, and it was about
in artificial languages.
No. But it was about these role-playing games, and I didn't know.
I've heard about it.
I didn't really know anything about like computer role-playing games, but they say like some people get really into it, and they sort of start dressing up, and I don't know, maybe they start talking Elvish or something. But
yeah, sometimes they do.
Right. So
for example, on convents, there are courses, like language courses, like for example, Elvish language courses or Klingon.
Klingon, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Is that the most?
Initially, I wanted to write about Klingon language, but then I came to conclusion that Elvish languages are not that popular, so maybe I would write something about them.
Right, yeah. We've sort of mentioned this in previous interviews where it helps if you go a little bit more niche, something not quite as famous. Yeah, okay, it sort of helps in some way. And Klingon, you can even do Klingon on Duolingo, supposedly.
Yeah, you can.
Right, so
you can also do Quenya or Sindarin, I think.
Wow, okay. I mean, I haven't used this.
Or is it? I know that there is some other artificial language as well, but I'm not sure if it's
Valerian or something from Game of
Thrones. Yeah, Valerian. That's right.
Did you have to mention other languages then, such as Klingon, and or did you just stick specifically to these two that you've mentioned?
In the first chapter, I wrote very general information about artificial languages,
Right.
and I mentioned quite a lot of them. But that was just a very general info.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I mean, it does sound like a really, really interesting topic to write.
Yeah, because the first chapter is supposed to be like the most general one.
Would you say that
just an introduction?
Would you say that, I mean, I'm just theorizing here. Would you say that the first chapter is kind of the most fun to write?
In my case, I think it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can feel that, because then I think, it's like, okay, the fun's over. Now I've got to, now I've got to start doing the real scientific stuff, right? So, but talking about the more scientific stuff, because of course linguistics is a science, right?
Yeah.
So, in what way was it? How did it get in that kind of scientific-y way when you were writing it? How are you presenting this in a scientific fashion?
I had to describe the grammar of Klingon and Elvish languages in the second chapter, I think. Yeah.
Okay. And
the second chapter.
How much of a challenge was that?
It was quite difficult, actually, to find reliable sources about it, because artificial languages is not a popular topic among scholars. So it was quite hard to find something, but I managed to do it.
Yeah, so basically, I don't, at the moment, I haven't got all that much about linguistics on my channel, but that's the plan I have for the future. But for people who maybe don't know, that not all languages in the world have a kind of recorded, written grammar, right? It's not like you can open a book and find all the rules of grammar and so on in that book. And that's what many linguists are trying to do, is to try and record as many of these languages as possible. Of course, some of them might die out, and then at least they've got some kind of record of it, like Latin and so on. So I guess you didn't have a canonical guide necessarily for what the exact rules of a language were. Is that correct?
Yeah, especially for Elvish languages, because for Klingon there is the official Klingon language dictionary, but it was not enough, and I had to explore even more of it. But for Elvish languages, there is no such a canonical work, so to say.
How many different how many Elvish languages are there? Presumably more than a couple, right?
Yeah, Quenya and Sindarin are the most popular, and there is the whole family of Elvish languages, and I just wanted to focus on those two, so I don't really know exactly how many.
Right. Yeah, I don't think even the elves know exactly how many, so don't worry about that. But what's the origin of Elvish languages? Where did it come from? Where did it all start? Is it Tolkien or something? Is that correct? Or
yes, it's Tolkien, Lord of the Rings.
And then has Elvish kind of developed beyond Tolkien? Has it gone further? Yeah, has it sort of grown beyond what he wrote himself?
Yeah, some people try to learn these languages and popularize them. So yeah.
Yeah, I think yeah. I mean, it's incredible what Tolkien did, and it's amazing how his legacy, how it's grown. It's just fascinating, when you think somebody sitting at home writing he wanted to write a book, and he was writing it sort of from a language point of view. So Lord of the Rings and Hobbit and so on are really born out of interest in linguistics, right, and old languages. So.
Yeah. Also, the funny thing is that Tolkien first invented those languages, and then he wrote a book.
Yes. Right, exactly. It wasn't the other way around, right? Yeah. That's I think for us linguists, right, or linguistic students or whatever, that that's something very interesting for us. Okay, well, I think that's actually really given us a nice introduction to that topic. And so you really enjoyed this experience of writing this thesis?
Yeah, it was quite fun. Although it was challenging sometimes because, as I said, it was not really easy to find reliable sources.
Yeah, so there's always going to be some kind of head scratching going on or a bit of stress somewhere. It's never going to be just a plain sailing process, I guess.
I guess so.
So, right, okay. Well, I think, last question.
Yes.
So you're now, like my previous guest and the one before, you decided to continue studying at E03 and do the master's degree.
That's right.
And very briefly, in a nutshell, what is the topic that you're currently halfway through doing?
It's completely different to what I did on BA Thesis. This time it's connected with intonation, and I don't have the exact topic or title yet, but I'm investigating how Polish people use intonation in English. In English questions, to be more specific.
Oh, okay. Getting a bit more specific now. Okay, interesting. I'm actually really looking forward to, I'm quite interested in intonation, so I'm looking forward to hearing more about that. So would you be interested in coming back in the future maybe to tell us, once you finished it, to tell us more about it?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
All right. Well, it was lovely speaking to you today.
Thank you.
All right. So take care and have a lovely, much-deserved summer holiday.
Thank you, and have a nice holiday too.
I'll try to. Yeah. Thank you very much. Thank you.
And good luck with your BA thesis.
Yeah. I guess I'll be doing some kind of video about it at some stage, and so hopefully I'll see you also at E03 in real life as well.
Yeah, let's hope so.
Yeah, fingers crossed. All right. Cheerio then. Bye.
Bye. Thank you.